Most guests visit a restaurant once and then never come back. But what if you could get them to return automatically without lifting a finger? In this video, we're going to go over the instant VIP list, which is a dead simple system you can set up in 5 to 10 minutes for free that gets the information you need and actually puts it into action to drive a result. Let's get into it. All right, so here we are. We're in the Restaurant Growth Codex. This is basically a big ass repository we're building full of restaurant growth systems, tools, automations, AI powered agents, and cool stuff like that. And so the first one we're looking at today is the instant VIP list. So we always want to start with what is the problem it's solving. Most restaurants spend money on marketing, but most guests visit once and never return. And because restaurants don't tend to collect information about their guests, they're unable to stimulate any kind of a relationship with those guests. We're going to solve that today. With every growth system we build, we always want to identify the 80-20 leverage point. So how can it have the most impact? And in this case, it's capturing guest emails and automating the follow-up and the invites will lead to repeat visits. The other thing is that we want all these systems to be timeless. So we identify the mental model that makes it so that this will work pretty much forever. And in this case, it is the mere exposure effect, which is the more familiar a brand is, the more trust is generated, and therefore the more they'll come to your restaurant. And familiarity breeds habit, right? How this works, it's really simple. This instant VIP list is just, we're going to make a QR code. We're going to have that go to a Google form, which you can make for free. The Google form is going to integrate into a Google Sheet and update it in real time. And then we're going to just use a simple script that I'm going to give you to copy and paste that will automate a couple of follow-up messages. And you can add on to that as much as you want. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. All right, so let's open up the instant VIP list and let's set it up in real time here. Okay, so step one is we got to create a Google form. Okay, so the link is right here. You just Google Forms if you don't want to access the Restaurant Growth Codex. And let's call this your restaurant's VIP list, right? You can call it whatever you want. And I even make some suggestions in the Growth Codex itself. So say the title can be join our VIP list and get a free appetizer. Just remember that this is what your guests will see. So VIP list plus get exclusive offers or something like that. All right, so now you want to have name. All right, let's add something. This will be email. Okay, boom, email, phone, and you can add a birthday if you want. And so that'll be a date. Google Forms automatically detects this, which is super cool. And you'll probably definitely want the email to be required. Let's require the name. And that's that. Our form is pretty much set up. All right, so now let's go to step two. All right, so we want to link this form to Google Sheets. First of all, I want to name this form. There we go, boom. And then we're going to go to responses. We're going to link to Sheets, and that's fine. You can name it whatever you want. So your restaurant VIP list, you probably get rid of this because this isn't customer facing. And boom, we're going to create. And Google Forms is going to go ahead and create the Google Sheet, which is pretty cool. And there we go. Now let's go to step three. Don't get intimidated here. This little JavaScript code that we're going to put into Google's App Scripts feature. And if you ever get stuck on any of this stuff, you can always use ChatGPT to help you out. We've already tested this. This will work perfectly fine for what we're doing here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open the Google Sheet. We're going to go to extension scripts and then we're going to copy and paste this. Boom, copy. So let's go over to Google Sheets. Let's go to extensions, app scripts, and then we're just going to copy over this. Boom, there it is. You can call this your VIP list automated follow-up script or whatever you want. Rename, boom. All right, now let's go back to our instructions. So we follow this instruction. Now what we're going to need to do is go back here and just make sure you hit save. Okay. And one thing I'll recommend you do here, the content for your emails are super simple. So it's welcome to, and then obviously you're going to change this to the name of your restaurant. You can also just change all of this however you want. And so this email here will get sent to them automatically as soon as they sign up. And then this email down here will go out 7 days later. And you can give them 10% off. I don't generally recommend discounting. I recommend giving them a complimentary something, but it's totally up to you. And now what I'm going to do to just test and make sure that the follow-up actually works is I'm going to change this to 3 times 60 times 1000. That's like basically 3 minutes, right? This is milliseconds here. And we're just going to go save. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our instructions, our Restaurant Growth Codex, and we got to set up just a little trigger and then we're pretty much done. Let's go. So now let's go back to our script. We're going to go to triggers here. Okay. We're going to go to add trigger from spreadsheet. And then we want on form kit and boom, you'll just need to make sure that it has permissions. And then we're going to go allow, and then that will save. And that's it. We should be ready to go. So now let's test this out. Okay. So let's go to going to publish our form. Okay. So publish it. we'll grab the link here and just copy that link, open a new tab. Okay, boom. So name is Kyle, my number in, birthday, whatever, submit. All right, now let's see if this worked. So if it worked properly, my data should have gone into the spreadsheet. I should have received an instant welcome email, and 3 minutes from now, I should get another follow-up email. So you can see, here's my data. That's pretty cool. Even just this step is a game changer. If you can just capture the data so that you can use it later, that's a great first step. You could stop right here and consider it a job well done. But we built the little automation to make sure that we actually do something with it without having to create anything else to do. Okay, so let's check my email. Okay, boom, here it is. Thanks for signing up. Show this email to get a free appetizer. And you might be saying, well, they can just show me this email again and again. What you can do is you can add a little, you can say, this is good for the next week only. So if you wanted to do that, you go back to your little script here, you go to editor, okay? And then right here, thanks for signing up, show this email to get a free appetizer. This is valid for 1 week only, right? Cheers, owner. So pretty straightforward. You save that and then boom, that's done. And then what you do is, like, when someone shows you this email, is you just look at the date that it was sent. And if it was more than 7 days ago, it's invalid, right? So there's no fancy redemption process. And if the timeline is nice and tight like that, the risk of abuse is very low. That said, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Maybe it's you have 3 or 4 days to redeem this, right? To really drive the sense of urgency. And if a few people abuse it, I wouldn't worry about it. If you notice it getting out of hand, okay, then you can address it. But almost nobody, I've run hundreds of campaigns at this point, and almost nobody abuses this stuff. It's a minority of people that abuse these kinds of things. All right, now let's go back to our email. It's been 3 minutes, and there's the second email, okay? Come back this week and enjoy 10% off, or what, it can be anything you want, but boom, there it is. Now you have created a dead simple system that you can use to build up your database and get guests to come back in a super simple and free way. So now to bring this to the finish line, I'm going to show you how to adjust the script using AI. Okay, so what I do here is I would take a screenshot. Let's say we want to make it 4 days. Okay, what I do is I would copy this entire script. I go over to ChatGPT, or pretty much any large language model will do, whether it's Grok, DeepSeek, Claude, these can all help you code. And so you say the script below has a follow up after 3 minutes. Please rewrite it so the follow-up goes out 7 days later. And in this way, you can even ask it to help you add additional follow-up emails, right? But let's just keep it simple here. The other thing is that in the original Restaurant Growth Codex script right here, this is actually 7 days. You don't have to worry about it if you just want to keep it one instant welcome email and then 7 days later. I just want you to understand how to be able to change it yourself. Okay, so let's see what it came up with. Here's the updated script. Blah, blah, blah. And then you can see it's right here. So what you could do is you could simply copy this whole thing and then go back to your script, select all and paste it and then save. All right, so now everything is set up. Last step is just make a QR code, which you probably already know how to do, but in case you don't, I'm going to do it really quickly right now. So you're going to go to your form. You're going to go to copy this link. You can even head over to our second last step here. You need a QR code monkey. And then you just paste it right in there and then create QR code. And that's it. And there's your QR code. So you can scan that and it will take you to the form. You can then put this QR code on your menus, on table talkers. You can have it at the point of sale if you're a cafe. You can have it wherever you want. You could even run retargeting ads that go to this link and encourage people who've been to your website or whatever to sign up for your VIP list and get something. So there it is, the instant VIP list. You could have that set up in 5 minutes. It's super easy. And my favorite part about it and about many of the systems in the Growth Codex is you set up once and it will continue to drive results forever. If you click into the description, you'll find access to the Restaurant Growth Codex where you can get this entire template. If you got value from this, please like and subscribe because we're going to be adding entries into the Restaurant Growth Codex almost every single day for the next 100 days. Cheers.